Work to recover debris from the air disaster site in Shoreham has resumed as the search for victims continues. More than 200 people have reported concerns for missing relatives or friends, Sussex Police revealed. On Tuesday, the force said it was increasingly likely that 11 would be the final figure for the number of people killed. 4 victims of the Shoreham Airshow crash have been named by their families or those associated with them. Assistant Chief Constable Steve Barry said it was possible that evidence of further victims could yet be discovered. Meanwhile, the West Sussex coroner has warned that identifying those who died will be a slow and painstaking operation. Schofield appealed for the public's patience and understanding and said it may take several weeks before investigations were complete. Hundreds of officers have been working on the operation since the Hawker Hunter crashed into the busy dual carriageway alongside Shoreham Airport on Saturday. Fingertip search. ACC Barry said the site being searched now extended a little further than the initial 400 yards of the A27 first identified. He said the jet, which was lifted on Monday, would be transported to Farnborough for examination while police removed vehicles and other debris from the scene. After this, a second phase of checking would ensure all the victims were accounted for, followed by a fingertip search of the area for forensic evidence. He added, "I appreciate that things will never be the same again in Shoreham, but would like to assure everyone affected by the incident that all of us working on the operation are determined that we will provide answers to the families and friends of those who have lost loved ones and work as quickly as we can to complete our investigations and reopen the road." The 4 named victims include former Hampshire police officer Maurice Abrahams, 76, who was driving a Daimler limousine to a wedding at the time of the crash. Matt Jones, 24, a personal trainer, was named by his sister Becky Jones on Facebook as one of the dead. Jacob Silt, 23, was part of Worthing United's Sussex County League Division 2 championship winning side last season. And Matthew Grimstone, 23, played for Worthing United and was thought to have been travelling with Mr. Silt. Members of the public have been visiting the scene and leaving flowers and other tributes for the victims. 1. A poem by Carla reads, "Our community stands in a state of disbelief and sorrow. A day that was meant to end in happy memories, ended in disaster, a heartbreaking tragedy." A minute's silence will be held before all Capital One Cup Round 2 matches on Tuesday and Wednesday, as a mark of respect to all those who lost their lives, the Football League has announced. A fund has been set up to support the people and communities affected by the disaster. The Sussex Community Foundation has so far raised more than £6,000 through its Just Giving page online. One donor on the page, Lucy, has paid tribute to all those who witnessed the horrifying scenes, and the emergency and rescue services who continue to do a fantastic job. Highly traumatized. Father Jonathan Baldwin, a Sussex Police chaplain, has spoken of the support he gave to officers working on the operation. "It was a horrendous situation. It's not something you expect to go through at work," he said. "A lot of them are very highly trained, but there were a lot who were special constables, who obviously don't have the training of a full police officer." He said they were highly traumatized as the disaster was not something they would normally expect to be involved with. In response to the disaster, regulators have announced that vintage jets will not be allowed to perform high-energy aerobatics over land at air shows until further notice. The Civil Aviation Authority, CAA, said such planes would be limited to flypasts, and all Hawker Hunter jets have been temporarily grounded. Mark Swan of the car said, "We have not had a major flying accident that has affected the public in this way since 1952. Safety is our absolute top priority, which is why we have grounded the Hawker Hunter and imposed significant restrictions and are carrying out an urgent and comprehensive review to look at all aspects of these flying displays." A27 closure. The A27 remains closed in both directions between the junctions of the A2025 near Lancing and the A283 near Shoreham by Sea. Highways England said it was unable to estimate a reopening time as it did not know the extent of the maintenance work required. Once it has access, it will assess the condition and carry out any work as quickly and safely as possible. In the meantime, road users are urged to avoid the area if possible or to follow the diversions in place.